Hey guys, welcome to PE. Today's lesson we are going to be talking about the food pyramid. And if you don't know, the food pyramid, they have different categories, and every food that you can think of falls into one of these categories. And we're going to look at each category. We're going to talk about what food will go into the category, which ones you need more of, which ones you need less of, and also, you're going to design your own healthy foods meal at the end of our lesson today. So make sure you're listening for some of those good examples that you can use for a healthy foods plate. So, this is the food pyramid that you've seen behind me during classes. Each color represents a food, and I'm going to show you a different example. So, this is also a food pyramid. And if you know anything about a pyramid, the bottom is the biggest, and then it comes to the top, which is the smallest. So do you think you need more of the small group or the big groups? Right, you definitely need more of the bigger groups. So the bigger the category is, the more you need. So we'll talk about servings, how much you need every day. We'll talk about which foods can go into the category, and you can start making some healthier choices for yourself. Maybe you can come up with some ways to switch out some of the things that you're eating for a healthier choice so you can be a strong, healthy person as you're growing. So, the bottom row, we have our grain group, and I will show you a different image as well. You have your grains, and then that would be the orange, and then you're moving up to fruits and vegetables. They put these together, but we will talk about them separately. So you have fruits and vegetables. That's my favorite group. Fruits are my favorite food. I love to eat fruits. And then we're moving up to the blue, which would be dairy, your dairy group. And then red is your protein group. Protein group that will help you develop really strong muscles and to be super strong. So, anybody that's wanting to play sports, protein will be very helpful for you as you grow. And then the very top is our smallest group, and that's the group we need to stay away from. That would be food that's high in fat, lots of sugar, and they don't really do anything positive for your body. So this is your food pyramid. All right. And now we're going to talk about each group individually. So we have the grain group. So that would be the orange group at the bottom. Now, a serving, each food has a different amount. So if you look at the content of the food, it would tell you exactly how much a serving is. Sometimes a serving is about as big as your hand. Sometimes it might be a little smaller. Sometimes it might be a little bit bigger. But grain groups, you need 6 to 11 servings a day. A serving would be maybe one slice of bread would count as a serving. So if you have a sandwich, you have bread, peanut butter, bread. How many servings of bread would that be? 2 servings. So that would be 2 of your 6 right there for one sandwich because you have 2 pieces of bread. Cereal, rice, and pasta. So all of those are some examples of your grain group. Now for cereal, rice, and pasta, you'll have to check out the content of the box that you're choosing because some cereal is not very good for you. Some cereal like maybe, let's see, Fruit Loops, things like that have lots of sugar in them, that wouldn't be as good for you as Special K or Raisin Bran or things like that. So check out your box nutrition labels for the sizes of your serving. So that's your grain group. Grains, 6 to 11 servings, bread, cereal, rice, and pasta. All right, now we're moving on. Now we're sneaking up to the fruit and vegetables group. So we'll talk about the fruit group. Fruit is my favorite. If I'm ever having a sweet tooth and I want to eat something sweet like candy, I always not always because no one's perfect, but I try to choose a fruit instead of something really sweet like candy. So 2 to 4 servings a day. That could be regular fruit like apples, oranges, bananas, strawberries, fresh fruit like that. But fruit can also be 100% fruit juice. So check your label. 100%, that'd be good for you. Canned fruit also counts. And frozen fruit counts too. I like to put frozen fruits in my homemade smoothies. Does anybody make smoothies at home? Yep, frozen fruit. All of those count for your fruit group. Moving on to veggies. Vegetable group. Vegetable group. So fruit was 2 to 4. Vegetables are 3 to 5. So you need a few more vegetables a day than you do fruits. So you have fresh vegetables like carrots, broccoli, things that you would find in a garden. Those are fresh vegetables. So you can make you some soup with some green beans, things like that, some corn. I like to eat corn. That's one of my favorite vegetables. Veggie juice also counts as a vegetable. And then you have leafy vegetables like you would put in salads. So it'd be like lettuce and spinach. Vegetable group. Here you go. All right, moving on. Dairy group. Dairy. 2 to 3 servings a day. That's why when you're at school, you can get milk to drink with your meals because milk is an example of dairy. So that would be if you drink a cup of milk with breakfast and lunch at school, are you getting enough milk, enough dairy? You are. So that would be 2 servings of milk a day, 2 servings of dairy. Plain yogurt also counts. And then cheeses count as a serving too. So if you have a sandwich with 2 pieces of bread, cheese, and a meat, you're getting 4 food groups right there. Bread, cheese, meat, and then another bread. So all of these things that we're learning today, you can combine them in foods, and then you can meet many food groups at the same time. So dairy group, 2 to 3 servings, and these are your examples. All right, guys, moving on to protein. Protein gives you those strong muscles that you're going to need to run, jump, shoot a basketball, kick a soccer ball, be a cheerleader. This is going to give you the strength to do that in your muscles. Protein group. 2 to 3 servings a day. So that would be your meat. That's the main way that we can get protein. There are some alternative ways to get protein, but meat, when we think of protein, that's what comes to my mind. Meat. So that would be steak, chicken, anything like that. Meats. Beans give you protein. Eggs. A lot of people who are big bodybuilder guys and girls, they eat a lot of eggs. Nuts are always high in protein, but sometimes we have to be careful with nuts because sometimes they have a little fat in them too. So make sure you're watching your serving if you like nuts for your protein. And then my favorite food in the whole wide world is probably peanut butter. Sometimes I just go get a spoon and just scoop some peanut butter and eat it for a snack. Has anybody ever done that before? Peanut butter? That's what I like. So peanut butter is a protein as well. And then we have one more group to talk about, and this is the smallest group at the very, very top. Fats, oils, and sweets. Do those sound healthy? Fats, oils, sweets. These are your not healthy foods. You want to limit your servings of these. So if you're eating a bag of Skittles every day when you come home, be careful. Lower your servings with things that involve this. That would be like cookies, donuts, even bacon is super high in fat. That's my struggle. I like bacon for breakfast sometimes, but we have to be careful with bacon. And then it will be things like mayonnaise. So if you're eating a sandwich and putting mayonnaise all over it, be careful. Mayonnaise. All right, guys, so that is a little bit about each food group. So we've talked about all of them, and now you have some examples for each. Now your assignment for today, you are going to use a piece of paper or the whiteboard that you got from school, okay? You can find something to use. If you need to pause this video, get your piece of paper, get your whiteboard ready, something to write with. All right, so your assignment today, we're going to make a healthy food plate. So as you can see, I have the 5 food groups that we need. Fruits, grains, vegetables, protein, that goes on your plate, and then your dairy is in your cup. So what could you put in your cup? You're going to choose 2 things for each category and draw the picture. And then if you're 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, go ahead and label what you drew. So you're going to draw the picture of your food and then write the word beside it if you're a good writer. And then at the end of class, we're going to share our plates with our class. So here's how it's going to work. I have my whiteboard here, and I just drew a circle for the plate, and then I just drew a cup. So as you can see, it kind of looks like the picture. And then if you want to use markers, if you have markers close to you, you can color coordinate it if you'd like, or you don't have to. You can use the same color. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to draw a fruit category. And then my grains is going to be a little bit bigger, because if you remember, grains is the biggest group. It's this orange group. So then I would draw my grain group here on my plate. Grain. And then my protein will go here beside grain. There you go. And then vegetables go on your plate as well. So veggies is a little bit bigger. All right, so in your categories, you're going to draw what food you want to choose as a healthy meal today. And then your cup is your dairy. So whatever you're choosing goes in your cup. All right, guys, 2 foods per category. Your cup is also included. And if you want to label what food you're drawing, great. And be prepared, because at the end of class, we're going to share our plates with our fellow students, and we'll just talk about what's in each category. You're very simple. Just raise it up. I chose this and this, this and this, this and this for each, okay? All right, guys. Get started. Healthy food plate.